Welcome back to Let's Play Katawa Shoujo. I'm the Fusilier. Things have returned to normal. Well, I transferred in at a pretty unusual time. I can hardly say that I've had a normal first few weeks here. I guess it's more like things have calmed down and reached normality. Been here longer than I thought. It's hard not to think about all the stuff I must have missed in this school before my arrival. Or the things that might have happened to my old school since I've been gone. I wonder where these feelings come from, since I didn't leave much behind. I have a lot more here that I like. If that wasn't the case, I wouldn't even bother with something like Student Council, or Shizune and Misha. I'd be hard-pressed to care about anything, if this school was how I imagined it would be. So even this feeling of a daily routine makes me glad in a way. I dread the amount of work that's going to hit me in the student council after school. Enough to want to consider skipping out on my duties just this once. Yet it's nice to feel like there's something I can do. Shizune drops a stack of attendance sheets next to me. Thanks again for helping out. Thanks again, Hee-chan! Only now do I realize maybe I shouldn't voice anything Shizune is saying. It's just so nice to be able to understand what she's actually saying. There's a lot of work though. Skip out on sign language class again. Now I'm at a level where I can understand most of Shizune and Misha's conversations with each other, so I'm not too bothered by it. Shizune still doesn't know that though. I'm determined to keep things that way until I'm very sure of my skills. Perhaps it's a little childish of me. Tanabata's in less than 5 days, but they're only gonna start building the stalls tomorrow. Hee-chan, we might have to help out with building stalls again, starting tomorrow. Why? What's the point of taking them apart then? That took days, didn't it? Yep, that's right. Even though Hee-chan wasn't there for it. Would have helped out, if you asked. It wouldn't have made sense to bore you with cleanup duty after you enjoyed the festival so much. It wouldn't have made sense to bore you with cleaning up right after the festival. It would have ruined the fun. Besides... Hee-chan is lazy anyway. You would have tried to run away again. Shi-chan doesn't like playing Foxhound. That's probably a lie. It stings. Shizune covers her mouth with her hand and starts shaking. It takes me a second to realize she's laughing, mostly because she's doing so completely soundlessly. It's a little strange to see. More or less the same good-spirited kind as Misha's, without being eardrum piercing. That's a good question though, Hee-chan. Huh? Stalls! It's a storage issue. The school doesn't have anywhere to store so many stalls, since each one is pretty large. They won't pay for outside storage either, so this is what they decided on. It's inefficient, but cheaper. Because the school doesn't have anywhere to store that many stalls, Hee-chan. Ah, yeah, right. They do, but they don't want to pay. Fucking cheapskate bastards. Sorry, Shi-chan. It's because of the previous generation. The leadership decided that outside storage costs had risen too much. The student council before us was too weak-willed to tell them that it's stupid to have to build and disassemble 60 stalls twice every year. Okay! Hee-chan, let's eat something! Feels like we've been working all day. When I think about it, I am hungry. Would have had lunch, but it was really crowded today for some reason. So I decided it wasn't worth the trouble. It was like that today because they had some especially interesting things for sale on the side. What? No, don't tell me. Because it doesn't matter, so I won't be able to eat them anyway. Shizune looks oddly pleased with herself. What the context of that could be. I prepared ahead of time for this. Beaming with self-satisfaction, she produces a wide assortment of food from her bag. You can immediately see that 90% of it or more was taken from the lunchroom. There's a lot as well. Isn't there a limit on how much a person can buy? That means these gains are definitely ill-gotten. The veal cutlet bread is already sold out in the first minute of lunch. I'm impressed you managed to obtain one. Thank you. Uh-oh. I reach for it quickly, but Shizune immediately makes a grab for it as well. Again, she's a cat. Her hand goes slack for a second when it touches mine. She quickly pushes forth with redoubled effort, that blazing competitive spirit flashing dangerously in her eyes. Her fingers pry at mine, searching for an opening. I don't budge an inch. Prepared to fight for this bread with my life. I might never have another chance to eat this. I am fully aware that if we continue like this, we could crush the bread, greatly reducing its edibility. Misha, tell her that unless she lets go, the bread is going to be crushed. Why can't you do it yourself? I'm startled she can so nonchalantly let slip that I could communicate with Shizune just fine if I wanted to. I almost considered the possibility it was intentional. But I'm sure she was just distracted, trying to tear the wrapper off a juice box straw. Isn't it obvious? Can't let go of the bread. I can't tell Shi-chan that, then. She puts her palms up to the sky and shrugs, a wide grin on her face. Why not? Because you have a stake in this, so I can't trust you. If Shi-chan wants to reply, she has to let go of the bread, and then you win. Who knows? Who knows? Maybe that's what you want, Hee-chan. It wouldn't be fair, so I'm going to be neutral. Like Switzerland. Switzerland? Do you know about Switzerland? Of course I do. It's neutral. They're neutral. Shizune stares at me cockily, the tip of her tongue sticking out slightly from between her teeth, as she continues to tug firmly at the veal cutlet bread between us. Suddenly, she lets go and holds her hands up, palms facing outwards, a universal gesture of peace. This seems like a poor way to settle this, doesn't it? And we might crush the bread. She glares, and her pensive expression quickly plummets into a disapproving grimace. Hee-chan, drop the bread! We are negotiating now. Drop the bread. I drop the bread, reluctantly. Misha's hand darts in from the side, her fingers drumming across the table as it makes its way over. Ah! Ha ha ha! Don't mind me. I don't even really like veal. I'll just take this sandwich right here. That's something to drink too. Picking them up cautiously, she immediately retreats. She has the right idea. Could just pick something else. There are a lot of delicious things here. Chicken katsudon bread is also a popular seller, ranking high in taste and demand. I've already eaten one before. You're so immature, Hisao. This wouldn't be a problem if you would pick something else. Chicken katsudon bread is delicious. You're so immature, He-chan. Why don't you pick the chicken katsudon bread instead? It's delicious. I've already eaten that. Let me get the world's smallest violet. He-chan, why are you so obsessed with eating the veal cutlet bread specifically? It's hard to get normally. Rare things are more delicious. You are acting like a child. You're acting like a kid, He-chan. Why don't you eat the chicken bread? That's not important. She's so cute. Turning bright red, she smiles cunningly and continues. There is no reasoning with you, so it looks like there's only one way to settle this. We are going to play for it. That doesn't matter. We'll play for it instead. Get your game on. Somehow I expected this. The logical conclusion. Shizune has been studying for a long time, pretty much continuously up until now. With our finals over, I guess that surplus energy has to go somewhere. Play what? The oldest game known to man, on which the fate of nations has been known to rest. Rock, paper, scissors. We'll play rock, paper, scissors! Really? That sounds so serious, Shi-chan. No humor in her expression. She is dead set on this. Okay. She draws her hand back and I mirror her. Go! We both put out rock. A draw. I thought I had the perfect plan. Rock is unbeatable. Shizune frowns, deeply upset by this unexpected turn of events. Oh, not as planned? Again! 2 papers. Misha looks baffled. Her face just always, that's the look of bafflement. Damn. Again! Both throw out 2 rocks again. But a third hand is among us, representing scissors. This looks like fun! Can I play? Ooh, that's a big one. It's a duel, Shi-chan? Huh? Dueling conduct? You're right. I really don't know. The faster she signs, the harder it is to follow. In fact, it looks like even Misha's having trouble keeping up. What's she talking about? One more time. Tie again. Every time, Shizune demands a rematch, eventually skipping that step altogether, and throwing rock, paper, or scissors out with increasingly reckless abandon. Even playing completely randomly, we continue to tie. This is a mathematical long shot. Misha hovers above us, watching it all and laughing each time we draw. After 16 rounds, Shizune pushes her chair away from the table and stands up. Enough of this, Hee-chan. I see what I've been doing wrong. This will all be over in the next round, so brace yourself, okay? Okay. I have studied your thought processes, and I see how you play. I'm anticipating your next move, and will combat it expertly. It's all news to me, so I can't remember what we were doing this over. War's been going on so long. Shizune grins confidently, a look of fearless daring on her face. Her cool eyes flash with pure competitive spirit as she draws her hand back, goading me wordlessly to do the same. Form is amazing, like a professional bowler or something, just to throw a hand motion. 2 papers. Shizune's body immediately goes slack. She rubs her temples with a look of exasperation on her face, as she lets out a sigh so long it sounds like a tire deflating. As I've gotten a lot hungrier in the time we've been doing this. We can just split it. Break the bread in half and offer one half of it to Shizune. She takes it. Thank you. She looks at the bread in her hand, studying it. But this feels hollow somehow. Regardless of how she feels, she still eats it. All of a sudden, I see Misha observing the scene out of the corner of my eye. Hee-chan! That was very romantic, I think. Oh, come on. She laughs and takes a bite of her second sandwich. Nom nom, sandwich. We eat in silence for a while, Shizune and I managing to avoid any other contests. Then, go back to work. As I finish up the day's usual filing, I think to myself that this might be Shizune's way of trying to start this week on a high note. After all, tomorrow is when the real work will begin. With her hands literally full building stalls, she won't be able to talk very much. It'll likely be pretty dull and tiring. It was the first time around. Appreciative of her effort in that case. It's nice to have days like this. It's a way of enjoying yourself before the days ahead. I think that was her idea as well. I also remember that I still have to get rid of Kenji's package. The damn thing is bulky. Somehow I've never been able to track him down since I picked it up. After student council is adjourned for the day, I walk towards the vending machines to look for something to drink, parting with Shizune and Misha. It's a short trip, but even after just a few seconds, I start to get the feeling I'm not alone. Whoa, a pair of hands cover my eyes. Guess who? Shizune? It's me, Hee-chan! Yeah, I know. You're very distinct. Then why did you say it was She-chan? It's okay to be wrong sometimes, Hee-chan. You're too proud. Anyway, after student council, you don't usually have any plans, right? So you're just gonna go straight to your dorm? Where else would I go? Okay, that's great. That's great, Hee-chan. I wanted to talk to you today, so this works out perfectly. Two high school students, alone after classes in a quiet, empty building. As the sun dyes the sky a romantic amber color, the cute girl says that she wants to talk. What a secretive and appealing situation. My imagination is buzzing. It's likely not going to be anywhere near as exciting as I'm making it out to be. But it's fun to play it up that way. The popping sound of my canned coffee opening destroys any chance of maintaining such a cheesy mood. Sounding louder than I've ever thought imaginable, amplified by the context of the situation. I sigh in disappointment and relief. So, what is it? Oh, actually, I'm a little behind in some of my classes. And if I don't catch up, it could be a problem. I can't put it off any longer. My teachers say that I have to really start taking things seriously. So I should listen. Especially because this is the third time. Sorry. I'm sorry, Hee-chan. Why are you apologizing? I won't be able to help you or Shi-chan with the student council for a few days. It'll only be for 2 or 3 days, really. I'll definitely try and come back as soon as possible. But... I'd say I'm happy about this. It's supposed to be getting really busy this week too, isn't it? Some unfortunate timing. For a second, I want to ask if maybe Shizune could pull some strings to get her out of it. Misha looks so genuinely apologetic about it. It'd be pretty dickish of me to say something like that. Besides, she says it's something that can't be put off any longer. Inclined to believe her, considering how surprisingly serious she can be with student council duties. Yeah, I see. It's okay. You managed with just Shizune and yourself last year, didn't you? So I'm sure I'll be able to as well. Hey, don't worry about it. Really? Thank you, Hee-chan! Really? Yay, yay! I didn't know Hee-chan would take it so well. I thought you'd be worried with how there's gonna be so much work with Tanabata coming up and everything. Damn, she knows me oddly well. Like we're friends. But Hee-chan is so composed. I'm glad. Yeah, you're sort of right. I was thinking about it. It's not that big a deal. I'm not gonna freak out over that. It's gonna be a little annoying passing that pad back and forth to talk to Shizune, though. Hee-chan, just tell Shi-chan that you can use sign language too. I don't understand why you won't. Not yet. I can understand most things already. I want to be really sure. Actually, I wouldn't mind. The secrecy is killing me too. It would be nice to be able to talk to her in a real conversation. Don't worry, I'm gonna have to tell her eventually. I want to. Actually, I'm trying to think of a good opportunity for it. That won't be a problem, Hee-chan. Why not? Well, because I kind of told Shi-chan that you could understand her. She was worried about the same thing, that you wouldn't be able to understand each other. So I was worried. But it worked out fine in the end after all. Tee-hee? Ha ha! Ha? I lose it. Ah! Do you know how stupid I look now? I sat there for like half the damn day acting like I couldn't read sign language. Are you seriously telling me that she knew the entire time I could? She was probably thinking, this guy is a complete jackass, pretending he can't understand me. I just made a total ass of myself. How could you let me do this? Misha frowns, seeming lost for words on realizing that I'm taking this differently than she might have expected. She doesn't speak again until after seeing that I've calmed down. But, Hee-chan, I think this is definitely for the best. She says without batting an eye, having waited patiently through my panic to say it. Yeah, she had like no reaction to us just like screaming in her face. The cheerful delivery of her words makes it seem like she sliced out the time between when she dropped the bomb on me and now. Pretty funny in a way. Does she have experience doing that, handling angry people? I mean, I know Shizune, but Shizune is not one to scream. That we know of. You have such a one-track mind, you know that? Yes! It's gotta be deliberate. The damage is done. If Misha can believe that things will work out with such unflinching surety, maybe it's worth giving a chance. If things don't work out, I'll run as fast as I possibly can. To try and make it up to me anyway, just in case, she offers to buy me another drink for the vending machine. It's a very small token of apology. But I suppose it's the thought that counts. Thoughts are sincere. Plus, free drink. So I accepted. What, you're not going to crash again, Katawa? Not the first time I've had to reload the save. I stop asker it. I throw back my daily fistful of pills with a glass of water. After a solid 8 hours of sleep, I don't really know what I was so afraid of last night. As I chew a particularly large tablet in half, I continue to rationalize my worries away. Shizune knew I was taking sign language classes all day yesterday. Didn't make a big deal out of it. She might be mute, but that doesn't mean she can't make her feelings known. No, in fact, it seems like she's all the more direct for it. She doesn't beat around the bush or hold back. She always makes herself clear unapologetically, so there can be no mistakes. So if she wasn't mad then, it's unlikely she would be at all. On top of that, I didn't do anything wrong anyway. As that fear of mine recedes, the thought of spending a couple days with Shizune without Misha takes its place. I hadn't really thought about it yesterday. The idea becomes more and more intimidating. It's true I could understand sign language pretty well, but definitely hesitate to say I can understand it above a basic level. If she were to speed up her signing, which she does quite a bit, I don't think I could keep up. Signing, too, is not my strong suit. Doing both at the same time like Misha can is still a distant dream. Hee-chan! What? Don't forget, you said you would help out with building stalls today. Behind the school after classes are over, okay? I know. Skipping Helping out would be an extra jerk move now. Last time you helped out, He-chan, we really appreciated it. This time, it's even more important. So skipping out is unforgivable, okay? I'll kill you. I want to ask why that is. There isn't any opportunity to. Besides, Misha's behind in her classes. So it seems like a bad idea to distract her now that I know that. I can always ask her at lunch, which is what I end up doing. Because, He-chan, a festival that celebrates a town is exactly what it sounds like. It's to celebrate your home and its history. Tanabata is different. It's for wishes and lovers. That definitely makes it more important, doesn't it? Yeah, naturally it would be. Is that really what it's for, though? He-chan, you have no sense of fun. She puffs out her cheeks in displeasure before blowing the air out like a deflating balloon. You have to appreciate things like that, even if it's just an excuse to eat interesting things and dress up in the end. And the real reason comes out. I'll be disappointed in you if you don't, okay? Or I can say anything. She turns to the side to inhale a croquette. After classes, I meet Shizune behind the school. It seems she already set everything up sometime yesterday. She greets me with a short wave, and then with the flourish of the hammer already in her hand, extends her arm towards the stalls behind her. Some of them already half completed, others still haphazard piles of board bundled together with string. This seems like a decent place to leave it off. Next time on Let's Play Katawa Shoujo, it's time to take basically the training wheels off and see if we can actually have a conversation with her while we're working on this stuff. So maybe, there won't be much pressure to talk at all. Well, I'll have to manage somehow until Misha comes back.